Radical.
Let's talk about the 10 Commandments. The 10 Commandments of game design of Intellivision Amico. I'm reading through this Ars Technica article that Tommy got really mad about. Here. Number 1, the first commandment. Every game must be rated E or E10+. Well, that goes along with what we've heard, that it wants to be a family-friendly console, so of course, no problem with that. They want to be family-friendly, so I get that commandment. Number 2, every game must be playable with very little instructions. Again, I get that they're trying to be family-friendly here. Every game must be playable with very little instructions. Seems like that would limit a lot of the hardcore gaming sector. I mean, if that's what it means, that every game must be really easy to play, not difficult. Maybe I'm reading that wrong. But it sounds like these are the commandments for the game designers to not make your games too difficult, to make them really simple and very easy so all the kids can play, right? Well, that would be a thing if actually this was being marketed specifically to the kids, but it's not. It's a big part of the marketing is actually going to the the hardcore gaming sector. So I don't know. The one bright spot is there's gamers like Brett Weiss that seem to have a lot of trouble with Moon Patrol. So maybe this is just to say be playable, but they still might be difficult. Or is it just Brett Weiss is just terrible at Moon Patrol and games in general? I'm not sure. Number 3, every game must be balanced to allow players with very different ability levels to still have fun. I think this works in 2. Every game must be balanced to allow players with very different skill levels. Well, back to the Brett Weiss. Are they going to tweak Moon Patrol to make sure that people that aren't good at video games can actually play it and have fun? I mean, he seemed to be having fun even though he was dying constantly, right? So I don't know. That kind of leads into the second commandment. This really doesn't have to be 10, does it? They could probably make 7 or 8, but maybe they just wanted to have 10. 4, every game must rate 7 out of 10 or above in Intellivision's quality control scale. What would you rate Cornhole after seeing that? Is Cornhole a 7 or an 8? What about the Farkle? Right? Some of these games, they look like about 1 or 2 out of 10. So I'd love to see the Intellivision Amico quality control scale. I'd love to see this actual quality control scale and see if it rates to the Nintendo seal of quality. Because even Nintendo, they have, well, mostly they're really great games, the Marios, the Zeldas, and everything like that. But they got they have some stinkers, right? But at least we can trust in the Nintendo seal of quality most of the time. What was that one? The portable Metroid game was kind of trash, right? But I don't have any faith in the Intellivision seal of quality. 5, every game must cost less than $10. Okay, so every game must cost less than $10. Does that include games like Earthworm Jim? And since this is 2 developers, and in this article actually, they talk about how developers, Intellivision expects 50%. I think Intellivision is going to take 50% of the game proceeds, if I'm not mistaken. So let's do the math here. Why would anybody develop for this piece of shit if you're only getting really $5 a game, $5 a pop? To get some developers to actually really dedicate themselves, this thing would have to have a ton of sales to even warrant it. Otherwise, what's the point? Why wouldn't you just go develop for another console? It would literally have to be the worst developers on planet Earth that just can't get their stuff on any other console. So this goes back to the quality control scale. Is that, by Intellivision standards for quality control? Or, we're going to rate that versus actual big boy consoles that are currently on the market? 6, every game must support the official Intellivision controllers. Well, that makes sense. But does that mean every game has to work into and have like all the silly features of the controllers? Like, are they forcing developers to make sure that they utilize everything in gyroscope and whatever? Seems like a big burden to actually make them incorporate everything in through the gyroscope, right? If they just want to make a simple game, they say, well, you got to make it all work together with the controller. Now, if it means just, function with the controller, then yes. But the wording here must support the official controllers. 7. Every game must be 2D or 2.5D. 3D models okay, but no free roaming 3D worlds. So that verifies it right here. On the Amico, you're not going to get any Witcher 3s. You're not going to get any Grand Theft Autos. You're not going to get anything like Skyrim. There's going to be no open 3D worlds on a system that they're asking $250 to $300 for. Nope. Everything 2.5 or 2D. Hell, even like the first PlayStation, had some open 3D worlds. Bubsy 3D. That's not a good example. The N64 and Mario 64. So if I'm to believe this, there is going to be nothing on the level of open world 3D games like Mario 64 on the 90s console, the N64 on the Intellivision Amico. Again, what they want, $250 to $300 for. 8. Every game must be an Intellivision exclusive. Even ports must be unique in some way. Every game must be exclusive to the Amico, and they must be unique. Well, shit, that Evel Knievel game looks almost exactly like the mobile game, but what is special about it to make it, exclusive to the Intellivision Amico? I don't know about that one. That's kind of loose right there. I think that one's kind of loose. I don't really get that one, because just imagine if you already have a game and Intellivision wants it. I think it's like, this is, before I get to the end of this, I think this is like an old fat chick, or like an old fat guy, like a balding old fat guy. This would be like Review Tech USA, putting what he wants out on the market, trying to find a female. Just using that as an example and everything. But you could use a lot of different people. People that don't understand that they are lucky that you are giving them attention. Just these commandments. What the fuck, man? It's already like, you're already only going to be making $5 a game. Well, if you're a developer, why the fuck would you even touch this? 9. No in-game purchasing or DLC. This is one good thing that they tout. I do like this. But I gotta admit, like, if a developer is only making like $5 a game and they can't add any like DLC or in-game microtransactions, how would they be making any money back? And again, I don't like that, but you gotta look at it from the perspective of somebody that's going to try to develop for this. But I do like that. Of the commandments, I do like that for the consumer. So that's a good thing for the Intellivision Amico. Big thumbs up to that. And we come to 10. Every game should try to incorporate local multiplayer or two-player mode if possible. Well, fuck. Every game? Like, every game should try to incorporate multiplayer or two-player mode if possible. Like, even does Finnegan Fox have the two-player in it? I could see some games like maybe platformers to where you're like, okay, so you gotta like just kind of drop or horseshoe or finagle something into a game that really, I get it. It kind of like 9. I like it that they're trying to make every game have like 2, 4, 8 players and everything. But not every game should really function like that. There should be some games that are actually just like single player games on it. But again, leading back to the no 3D models, 3D worlds, this is a very limited, you're having a very limited experience on Amico. In comparison, Ouya! They brought the Ouya here, right, in this article, and there's a lot to delve into. I don't really have time to delve into everything about this article, but they brought up the Ouya here and how it was priced at $100. The Ouya kind of had they knew what they were, I guess, and they had an actual real controller with face buttons, for fuck's sake, you know? Before you market something, you have to kind of know what it is and who you're going for. And I think with these commandments, they just have no grounding in reality. After reading these commandments, this whole thing seems like more of a joke than ever.